This is the plaintiff, Thurn Shivers. She says she had all her precious belongings stored at the defendant's storage facility, and when she picked her things up, a lot of her stuff was missing. The guy offered her $100 for her troubles. $100? Are you kidding? She's missing $2,731 worth of stuff, and that's exactly what she's suing for today. This is the defendant, Anthony Pepe. He says they took pictures of all of her belongings, made an itemized list of the things, and claims the plaintiff is nothing more than a scammer trying to extort a monetary windfall from them. She's simply trying to work the system, and the judge will see right through it, and he'll walk out of the courthouse today innocent of all charges. He's accused of stealing valuable belongings.
Thank you, Douglas. Thurn Shivers?
Yes, ma'am.
You are suing the moving company. You've asked us not to mention the name represented here by Anthony Pepe?
Yes.
Okay, for $2,731 that you say you are out as a result of things that they lost?
Yes,
Tell me
ma'am.
what's going on.
Well, I was evicted out of my apartment on July 11th, and the apartment complex hired the storage company to come.
Why were you evicted?
I couldn't afford the rent.
Were you physically evicted?
Yes.
You didn't move when a judge told you to move?
No, ma'am.
Okay, can you tell me why?
Because I was looking for cheaper housing. That was the problem with the apartment.
But I mean, you're getting notices posted telling you, we really mean it, you gotta get out. Don't make us move you, move yourself, and you didn't do that?
Yeah, I was looking for housing.
I know, well, but apparently the deadline came and you still hadn't left.
Yes.
Okay, had you moved some of your stuff, but not all of your stuff? What had you done?
Well, I hadn't moved anything. The only thing
Not
I
a
really
thing.
moved...
Do you live there with somebody else?
Yes, my 6-year-old son, my 23-year-old niece, and her 15-month-old baby.
Okay, so then what happened?
When I seen the truck outside, I immediately went downstairs and spoke with the owner of the business.
Okay.
He seen the police coming. He said, "You need to get away from my car because the sheriff doesn't like us speaking to the people who are about to get evicted." There were so many people in the house. He advised me that they...
What do you mean? You mean employees of theirs?
Yes.
Okay.
There were so many people in there in a one-bedroom. They was just running in and out. He told me that I wasn't allowed to take food to the storage, so I was taking my plants and the food that I did have to a neighbor's house till I can come back for it. By the time I came back from the neighbor's house, everything in the apartment was gone. Even the personal items that we were going to take to live off of were gone. So I had...
What do you mean the personal items we were going to take to live off?
Like the clothes, you know.
I know, but you do know that maybe you should have taken care of that before that moment. Yeah, they meant business when they got there.
Well,
you know
everything
that
was...
because in all of the postings from the sheriff, they kept telling you to get your act together. You know, you got to act like a grown-up. You have a 6-year-old depending on you. So when you say, can you believe it, they were efficient. Yeah, that's what they're supposed to do. That's what they got paid. You get paid by the landlord to physically move her, right?
Yes.
That's what they get paid by the landlord to do, not to take all day and give you more time. Past the time the truck gets there, that time was all past. In any event, you then leave your stuff there for how long?
My stuff...
Because what ends up happening is they take it to their own moving and storage facility.
Yes.
Right.
They gave me 30 days. I was supposed to come get my things on the 15th of August. So I went on the 15th, nobody was there.
Nobody was in the storage facility?
Nobody was in the storage facility at all.
Is it ever unmanned?
Well, yeah. Our storage facility is not like a public storage. It's, you know, we do evictions. So it's not
that's
like...
all you do?
It's
Okay.
not like it's open for a public storage where you come in and out. That's why
You have
we
to have an
inform them,
appointment.
when they come to get their stuff, you have to take everything. One shot.
Okay. And then you come back when?
I went on the...
Okay, let's move this along a little bit here. When you eventually get your stuff to wherever you've now... Where did you land? Where did you end up?
I ended it up in public storage across the street from their facility.
Is the stuff still there?
My stuff?
Yeah, in a public storage
Yeah, I
facility?
had to move my stuff to a public
Where
storage.
are you living?
I've been staying with different friends.
Okay. All right. Now, you eventually get the stuff out of there. And when you did that, how does this work?
Well, when I went to go retrieve my stuff, like I said, he wasn't there on the day he was supposed to be there. I didn't actually retrieve my personal property until the 17th of August.
Okay, so on the 17th, you move your stuff out. Is there any paperwork from the 17th?
No.
They don't do paperwork.
Well, because she was so late to come get her stuff. We actually moved you into
Okay,
the
don't talk
into
to
the
her.
public.
The time
We
for that
actually
is
moved
past.
her into the public storage
You guys moved
We
her?
did.
She
In
didn't move
our
her
truck.
stuff to the...
for free.
For free.
For
Because
free.
you wanted it out of there.
We moved it from our facility to a public storage.
That's across the way.
It's a couple
Okay.
blocks away.
And did you have her sign anything, acknowledging that she'd received everything?
No, because
That would be a good policy, though, wouldn't it? Because look at you now. Now she's suing you, saying that you guys lost $2,800 worth of stuff.
I understand that. But
Right. Well, tell me your side of the case. And by the way, what do you say they lost?
My laptop computer, my son's Wii is missing, my futon is missing, my microwave is missing, both televisions is missing.
What did you get?
Some clothes. They gave me some clothes.
All right, let's hold. Tell me your side of this.
Okay,
What did
I
you
have
get?
pictures of everything that we took out of her apartment and then also an inventory. We do that every time we walk into an apartment, just for cases like this.
Okay.
You can clearly see there's no futon in any of the pictures. There's a TV there, there's a microwave.
Okay.
We take all her stuff, we pack it up, we put it into our facility.
Okay.
She never came for her stuff. She came one time without a truck.
Okay.
And then we wound up moving it for her.
Okay.
I mean, if there was we offered to give her a microwave because she originally said just a microwave is missing.
She originally said only a microwave?
Just a microwave. We offered to give her a microwave because a lot of people don't come back for the stuff. We have microwaves in there. We'll give her a
Right.
microwave.
What do you do with that stuff? Do you end up having like a sale? What do you
To be honest with you, we usually just dump it.
donate it? Dump it?
Yeah.
You don't even, okay. All right, so go on.
We take everything from the apartment. We don't take food, like she said. Yeah, that's correct. We don't take food. We don't take liquid, stuff like, because you can't store that.
Right.
We take everything. We don't take bed bugs, mice, roaches, stuff like, we don't take any of that stuff.
Okay, that's
We
good.
leave all that in the apartment.
Okay.
We took all her stuff. We have all her stuff. So, I don't know where she's coming from with $2,800 worth of stuff. I don't think there's $2,800 worth of stuff in those pictures.
And when stuff goes out, you don't inventory it either. When stuff goes out, like when you moved her, you didn't inventory it, photograph it, or you didn't do the same precautions that you did here.
When we moved it from our facility
Yes.
to the public storage,
Right.
no. I mean, we all literally went across the street.
Right. When they moved your stuff, were you there?
Yes, ma'am.
You didn't charge her at all for doing that?
No.
No good deed. Were you there?
Yes, I was
Okay.
there.
And he says that when you first complained, you complained that a microwave was missing. I see the microwave in the picture.
That's not true. The first thing I complained about being missing was the televisions because you would be able to see TVs. They have all your stuff
Okay,
sitting.
and how did you complain about the TV being missing?
Well, when I walked up, I seen the stuff out. There was some workers out there. So I was like, well, this is not all of my stuff. He was like, what do you mean this is not all your stuff? I said, my TVs is missing, all my electronics is missing, the microwave is missing, the futon is missing. There was a man there with dreads in his hair. He called the owner. He said, she's saying her stuff is missing. The owner told him, well, go back in the thing and look. The guy said, I already looked. There's nothing else in there.
Okay. There is a futon in the picture. I think, is this what you're calling a futon?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so go on.
The place was horrendous when I went there to find my stuff. It's just this big old warehouse where they just stuff everybody's stuff in there, no labels on them.
Look, here, let me just say a few things, okay?
Yes, ma'am.
People aren't allowed to treat your stuff without respect.
Yes.
But do you, see the big scheme of this whole thing about how much trouble you bought yourself because you couldn't get your act together back then? I mean, it's one thing to ride out the eviction process. That's, okay, fine, a lot of people do that. But to get to the point where the marshals have to physically move you, that puts you in the 1% of people who still can't get their act together. And really, what you tell me, well, Judge, I'm staying with friends. Those friends are friends that you knew from before. You didn't just make them, right? Yes. So how could you not get your act together then? And when you're talking about the things that you're missing, assuming that you are missing them, do you have any proof of the value of these things? It's basically every electronic, you're saying, I'm missing, TVs, Wii's, do you have any proof
all of my
that?
receipts, because I'm very business oriented.
Are you?
Oh, yes, ma'am.
Because I got to tell you, you don't sound it.
Well, the reason, like I said, I got evicted is because the rent was
There's
too
no
high.
shame in getting evicted. It's the knowing that the end is near. that you have a 6-year-old child and you clearly have friends that are helping you out, and you don't make it so that that happens before we get to this. That's the part that I think is a really dangerous way to live, because this is a lot more trouble than just having done what you needed to do as a grown-up.
So 2 used TVs and a futon, what's it worth?
About 500 at the most.
$500. TVs plummet in value once you start using them?
$1,000. Depreciation value just goes down once you use it.
Okay, 500, 1,000. Do I hear less or more?
$250 at the most.
$250 to the cheapskate over here in the corner going inside the courtroom.
After I got the stipulation from the court, I went through all the proper channels to try to not get evicted out of the place. I went to the congresswoman, I went to the assemblywoman.
The congresswoman can't help you. Pack your stuff and get to a different apartment. That's what grown-ups do when they have a 6-year-old child. If it's just you and you want to live like that, that's fine. But, you don't. We're done talking about that topic. We don't need to read,
I did try to find an apartment, though.
Okay,
I have
great.
proof of
Yeah,
that.
I got it, Ms. Shivers. I got it. Let me tell you a couple of issues I have with the case. First of all, you have zero proof about the value of things that you're talking about here. You have a laundry list. First, you sued for $5,000, which is a statutory maximum.
Yes.
Then, when the court staff told you you have to itemize this, you realized how ridiculous it was to try to get to $5,000. Then, all of a sudden, it's half of $5,000. There's not one receipt from top to bottom for anything that you say is missing, correct?
Yes, ma'am.
Not one. Not a single receipt. Not one for the Wii or the microwave or the television or the futon or anything else. But let me tell you what the problems I have with you are, because you're not a whole lot better as a business than she is, all right? You tell me, Judge, look at the itemization here. There's no futon there. And in the picture, there's a futon. I don't see it listed there, and yet it's there. I don't think it's a valuable futon. I'm not going to assess the value that she talks about it if I were to award her anything. But, you guys have a system, supposedly. You photograph and you list, so it should be a little more reliable. But more importantly, maybe if you're trying to get somebody out of your hair, you should have them sign something, right? That says, all right, in exchange for us providing moving services to you, we're done. And, we release each other from any and all future claim. I mean, you have to have a system. You have a little bit of a system in the beginning, you have zero system in the end, it appears, which is very odd, okay? The problem that I have is, Ms. Shivers, is that even if something was missing, which I'm not positive that it was, but even if something was missing, it's almost impossible to just pick some figure out of the sky for you because you're so unreliable.
I bought some receipts.
What I'm going to do is order the moving and storage company to pay you the value of the microwave, which is $100.
I lost everything.
Well, she sued for a lot more than that, and she got $100 in the verdict. Come on out here. You had a stunned look on your face when that verdict came in.
Because he robbed me. It's just, I'm shocked. I'm really shocked. I'm really, really shocked. And I'm going to have to find a way to handle this differently.
All right, well, good
I
luck.
have to go to district attorney's office.
Okay, come on in here. What about your system? Your system doesn't prove that the people leave with their stuff.
Well, we clearly have pictures of everything that we
Coming
take.
in.
Yeah, but it was
Not leaving.
It was after her 30 days were up. So we did her the favor.
Did you offer her anything to settle this thing?
A microwave.
You offered her the microwave. That was it.
That was it.
Mm-hmm. What do you think happened to all her stuff then? What do you think happened here in this case?
I think she's lying.
Yeah.
We don't make a habit of stealing people's microwaves.
Okay, to the street, Harvey.
So here's the thing. When you move, I got to tell you, lots of stuff is going in and out and in boxes and this and that. You should take pictures of all your stuff before the move and then after the move. But take pictures as the movers are there or before the stuff gets packed. It is the only way you're going to truly be able to prove what was really damaged and what wasn't. And that will do it for this case. Litigants for the next case on the way into the courtroom right now.